Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Hearts Melody and Memory. What happened last time was we finished off the Kingdom Hearts 1 songs, and now we have a branching path to go down the Chain of Memories path and the Kingdom Hearts 2/358 paths. I don't know what complete 4 missions. I have no clue what that is, so I'm assuming. Honestly, I can't even assume what these missions mean now. But okay, we need to play on standard for one of the missions. So let's try and let's try to do the chain things first, because that's what I said in the last episode I was going to do. I was going to start with Chain of Memories, kind of try to go in chronological order with this playthrough. What can I say about Chain of Memories? Chain of Memories was a very interesting and unique game. If you don't know what Chain of Memories is, because you're trying to use it as an entry point, please stop doing that. It's not a good idea. But I will still tell you, Chain of Memories was a game that so the original intention for the Kingdom Hearts series was to go straight on to Kingdom Hearts 2 after 1, because, you know, that's how most games do their things. Most people were sending in letters to Nomura, mainly kids of maybe the parents of children, and they were begging Nomura to put a Kingdom Hearts game on the Game Boy Advance. Most of these letters were just like, our kids want to be able to play Kingdom Hearts on the GBA. Firstly, if anyone knows what the GBA is, you know that Kingdom Hearts 1 would never run on a GBA, no matter how much crunching they do to it. So Nomura came up with the idea of putting the plot points in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, also autonomous inputs. I'm putting them in. The game's just not reading them. Alright. Because it wasn't going to explain everything in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. It was going to explain some of it, but not all of it. But it was going to use this game to bridge the gap between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1. Then like, okay, but then why does everyone hate it? And honestly, I will start talking as soon as I get to the next song so I can cut out some of this video, because you don't want to see me fiddling around with menus. Okay. So, what happened was, there was no way they were going to fit a complex game like Kingdom Hearts on the GBA. That was just impossible. So they came up with a new battle system, and that is what I mentioned in the last episode, the card battling system. And I'm sure if A, you're in the community, or B, you have a friend in the community, you've probably heard us mention the card battling system and how much we hate it. Yeah, the card battling system was really weird, and honestly, I don't think I can even explain it without me having the card battling system out in front of you, but I'll try my best. What happened was, you had this deck of cards in your hand, okay? And these cards dictated what moves you could do. Some cards would have a Keyblade on them, and that meant you could attack with the Keyblade. Some cards had a magic on them, that means you'd use that magic attack. But also with these cards, there was a number. That number was the card's strength. And if your number was lower than your enemy's card, that means he would break your card and utterly negate that move you just did and do their own move instead. That was the main reason that... no, that wasn't the main reason. That was the most understandable part of it. The main problem with it was that you were using cards in the first place. Like, it was such a weird change to go from Kingdom Hearts 1, which had more or less fluid RPG elements. I mean, yeah, the combat wasn't as fluid as it could have been, but at least then you could decide when your attacks work, unlike with this game. But what happened was, like, nobody understood the card battling system. That was one of the game's biggest problems, that nobody understood it, because it adds so much complex stuff to it. And I'll continue my explanation after Kairi shoves more exposition down our throat.
Sora continued his journey in search of Riku and Mickey, and found himself at Castle Oblivion. Using cards made from memories of the worlds they'd visited, the group continued deeper into the castle. Meanwhile, Riku awoke beneath the castle and was met by a mysterious voice. With Sora headed for the top floor, and Riku aiming for the ground floor, the two continued to climb, each on their own path.
Continuing on. Oh, the 13th struggle. Oh my god, this is a great boss game. Okay. One thing not 358. One thing that Chain of Memories did right though, they got the boss themes like down pat. It was amazing. The boss theme they created for this was amazing. Like, listen to this. Anyway, but the main reason people did not like the card battling system was because they added these things called sleep. And that's when you'd group 3 of your cards together to make a move. These were difficult to remember, and that's honestly kind of being an understatement, because it could range from 3 type of the same Keyblade cards, or 3 different Keyblade cards, but having to be strength between 5, 6, and 7. Like, sometimes it got so specific it hurt. Anyway, but yeah, let's talk about the bosses. This game had... Okay, the organization bosses were amazing in this game. I think we can all agree with that. The organization was definitely the best part of Chain of Memories. And you can see more like them because he put them in every game after this one. Even if we didn't want them, they were still there, always. Anyway, I'll continue with my review of Chain of Memories once Kyrie's finished, explaining the whole plot to us.
As Sora advanced through the castle, his memories started to fade. In exchange, new memories of Naminé grew clearer. It quickly became his goal to save her from where she was being held captive in the castle. Meanwhile, Riku was fighting the darkness within himself as he continued through the castle. Lying in wait to confront him was a boy who looked just like him, a replica of himself created by the organization. This replica was planted with false memories that caused him to stand in Sora's way.
Can you let me move on, game? Thank you. Don't make me stare at those rocks that you shoved in my face for the whole time. Anyway, where was I? Right, the boss battles and characters. I like all the new organization characters they added. They each had their own personality that made them feel distinct, even though they were all wearing the same clothes. It definitely helped them all stand out from each other. And they all had their own weapon as well, which was so unique. Anyway, is there any other reason other than the card system that people do not like about this game? Yeah, there's quite a few things that people don't like about this game. One of them is that... here's the thing, there was a PS2 remake of this game. And that game had better quality cutscenes. And by that I mean actual cutscenes, not just text boxes. And but by then, Kingdom Hearts 2 had already been released. When they actually remade that game, Sora's voice had gotten considerably deeper, because in Kingdom Hearts 1, he hadn't hit puberty yet. And in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, like while they were filming 2, he was going through puberty. And when they went back to remake Chain of Memories on the PS2, when they went back and remade Chain of Memories on the PS2, Sora's voice actor had gone through puberty. So his voice sounded much deeper than everyone remembered in Kingdom Hearts 2 because it was so much later down the line.
Naminé had the power to overwrite the memories of Sora and those connected to him. The organization used this power for their own gain. Even after discovering the shocking truth that his memories of Naminé were fake, Sora still chose to protect her. He prepared for the final battle, eager to finally retrieve his lost memories.
Alright, time for the last Chain of Memories song. Okay, so I guess I'm going to wrap up my review of Chain of Memories. Then there's Riku's side of the story. Uh, with Sora, you could fully customize your card deck, so at least then you could do whatever you want. But with Riku, you were assigned a card deck. And that made things more challenging, but here's the thing. With Riku, they added card dueling, and that's when you played a card of the same strength at the same time. You'd enter a card duel, and that was basically whoever played the most powerful cards won. But majority of the time, you could just spam the X button and you'd win these card duels. Kind of funny. Alright, this song playing right now is the final boss theme of Sora's story, and it's actually pretty good. The final boss was actually quite challenging if you're not properly leveled. It was still a difficult boss fight. So I can appreciate that the game does have hard boss fights. Although, by then you're still not used to the card battling, so that's also half the problem for first-time players. One thing I don't get is why they kept it. I can kind of understand why they kept the card battling game on when they remade it on PS2, but at the same time, it's like if you're doing it on the PS2, why not just make it the real-time action RPG that you developed on PS2 with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 by then? Yeah, I clearly didn't do that well. No, BS, I'm hitting half of these. And whatever. Anyway, that's my rant about Chain of Memories done. Don't hate the game, but it definitely made some choices I did not like.
The battle at Castle Oblivion came to an end. To regain his memories, Sora would have to forget all about Naminé. He fell into a deep sleep, but not before leaving himself a reminder to thank her when he woke up. Meanwhile, Zexion decided that Riku had outlived his usefulness. From within a shroud of magic, Riku heard Naminé. Riku accepted the power of darkness without fear, and he used it to defeat both Zexion and the replica of himself. Naminé offered
We're not going to talk about Luxord.
powers to lock away the darkness in Riku's heart for good, but he refused, choosing instead to wield its power as his own. Riku and Mickey set out from Castle Oblivion, continuing along the path where darkness lies hidden within light. The road to dawn.
Here we go. This is the team we should be doing it as. You know, I think I can handle it, even though Team Days is only level 1. We can handle this. Oh god, actually, so that exam I brought up in the last episode. Also, if you're wondering how I still remember all this, I am recording this on the same day. I'm just gonna edit and upload them on different days. You know, like most YouTubers. But that exam I brought up, yeah, I put up. I just listened to a relaxing Kingdom Hearts mix, and this song really helped me mellow out and keep me calm while I was stressing out about it. I kind of suffer from an anxiety problem, and this song really helped, honestly, because I feel like I would have panicked a bit if I didn't have the calming music that I was playing. This song is so relaxing, and I don't know why. Da, 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 da. Did it again. I keep pressing circle instead of X at the end. But yeah. Oh boy, do I have a lot to say about... Roxas, Axel, and Xion. So let's start talking about 358 over 2 days then, shall we? Also, this is the best battle theme this is one of the best battle themes in the series. Don't fight me on this. I will roast you. I will take you guys down. This is the best battle theme in the series, and I don't think anyone can change my mind on it. Da, 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 da. Anyway, let's talk about 358 over 2 days. So, after Kingdom Hearts 2, Nomura was looking for the next big thing to do with Kingdom Hearts, and at first he thought about doing a Disney fighting game, but that would get him fired. So he did the next best thing and used the organization and just developed everyone who wasn't used in Chain of Memories or got much development in Kingdom Hearts 2. So he made a game where you play as Roxas, who is a really important nobody, and I won't spoil it, mostly because A, I think Kyrie's going to do it for you, and B, how did I miss that one singular live music note? Anyway, and also because it's just such a... I don't think it's like a difficult of a twist, but Roxas is one of the best characters in like these games. I hit all three of those buttons, okay. But yeah, no, Roxas is definitely my favorite Kingdom Hearts character, no questions asked. It is not even a debate. Of course, Roxas is my favorite character. Back before I got into South Park and used Tweak as my character icon, I actually used Roxas. So yeah, there's a bit of info for people who are new to the channel. Anyway, hey, I got them all that time. But yeah, so Nomura decided to go with 358. So when he decided to make 358 over 2 days, he decided to use the organization characters. Mostly because they were the most interesting. And they kind of still are, honestly. So the gameplay style of that game, difficult to really put into words. But yeah, how like it was basically it's basically Kingdom Hearts mission mode. That's basically what 358 over 2 days was. Also, the level up system wasn't exactly the level up system you'd expect. So basically, the gameplay of 358, mission mode was hack and slash gameplay hidden in there at some points. But yeah, why does everyone say 358 is one of the better games? Oh, the story. Everyone fell in love with Roxas, Axel, and Shionne's friendship. And that is the main selling point of this game, and I don't think anyone can actually dispute that. The story is definitely the best part of 358 over 2 days, and I don't think anyone's actually going to disagree with me on that, because when they remade 1.5 and 2.5, which included Days, they didn't even put the game Days back into it. They put HD remade cutscenes. But even Square knows the gameplay wasn't good. It was the story that people liked about it. But yeah, no, everyone... Oh, I thought we were done. Oh no, I thought we were done. Anyway, as I was saying... Yeah, their friendship's the best part of 358 over 2 days. And honestly, thanks to the movie, I now cry every time I think about Shionne or listen to her theme. Because, oh my god, that game did her character so well, and it's so easy to like her throughout watching the movie or even playing the game if you feel like you'll be able to make it through. I have it emulated actually on like DS emulators, but I've never actually. Sorry, the game's throwing a lot at me. I needed to focus for a second, but
Twilight Town, Roxas was supposed to be enjoying his last week of summer vacation. But he kept having dreams about Sora, and all sorts of strange, unexplainable occurrences started happening around him. Roxas ended up at an abandoned mansion, where he remembered that he used to be a member of Organization 13. He also learned that the world he knew was a fake one set up by Diz to restore Sora's memories. With one day left, Roxas's summer vacation was over.
So now we have the part where the timeline's listened to. Like Kingdom Hearts 1 is happening, like Kingdom Hearts 2 is happening, but also 358 is happening. Alright, also Team Days, since we're doing 358 stuff. Okay. What does this song remind? It reminds me of something else from like a different game, but I can't remember what it reminds me of. I just figured it out. It reminds me of the credit song from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Who watching this has played that game? Let me know down in the comments, because oh my god, that is such a good game. Also, if I should emulate it and let's play, let me know, because I will do it. Yeah, that's what part of this Neverland song's reminded me of. It reminds me of the credits scene from that game. Also, kind of the puzzle theme from Professor Layton for like a few beats, but like only a few beats. But it's definitely more Partners in Time credit theme. Da 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 da. Anyway, I actually never played Days the game. I played like a little bit of it, but like only a little bit of it. I never got to like anywhere further than like Twilight Town. So yeah, I can't really give my opinion on Days. I never actually played the full version of it. I only played a little bit of it. But from what I played, it wasn't the most exciting game ever. And I think Square knows it didn't have the best gameplay because they didn't bring it back ever. They had other games on the DS, and also, as well as that, when they made the 1.5 and 2.5, no, just the 1.5 collection, they didn't put any of the they didn't put any of the Days gameplay into it. They just put the cutscenes. It was just the Neverland boss theme. It's not as good as the Kingdom Hearts 1 Neverland battle theme. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing my best on this one. But then again, this is proud because the mission, whatever the mission was, required it. Honestly, I didn't read the mission, so I think I've already failed it. Possible that I failed already. Oh god, no! Ah! Yeah, it got too much for me to handle. Got too much for me to handle near the end. Ow. Pain. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just forget about that. I think I'm just gonna have to forget about that mission and just do it on standard. Because, oh my god, that was difficult. I feel like there's some songs in this game that they made the hard, like, proud versions of. Just to say screw you to the people playing. That felt like impossible. Like, it must be possible because people tested this game, right? You know what, with the missing like the inputs not coming in sometimes, I wouldn't be surprised if some people did, if some of this parts went untested. Like, that could just be me and my sister both playing badly, but I don't think both of us would do that badly. Also, I never had the missing inputs problem on the Switch, so I don't know what the problem is. Okay, this song seems better, I guess. Let's see, I don't know what to make of this, really. What do you guys want me to actually say about this? Like, I know all this stuff already. I've played the games and seen the cutscene collections. Anyway, these were almost done with the recap of this game. Honestly, I think my suspicion I had earlier is right. And that the new content we're actually going to get is at the end of this game. Don't tell me if I'm right, of course, but I have a sneaky suspicion that I'm actually right and that we're not going to get any new content until the end. And if that's the case, that's just sad. Also, one problem I have with this, it's not clear when you need to stop gliding or not, because you can't really see if there's more nodes ahead, or like when you should drop down for enemies before it's too late. At least in my case, you don't. Anyway, we're done with this song anyway. Oh, guys, here we go. It's the part that everyone cries at without question. Oh, God. Shion's boss battle. Okay, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure Shion is actually the is just it's Shion is the personification of Sora's memories about Kairi. So that's why she takes the shape of a girl, and also how she can use the Keyblade. I thought she was just the personification of Sora's memories in general, but then I remembered no, that can't be, because some of them are in Roxas. Also, she has such a good boss theme. Proud is difficult. Ugh. Okay, I'm doing okay so far. I haven't missed that much. Okay, let's be real, everyone watching. Who cried when who cried during the 358 over 2 days movie? I'll be honest and say I did as well. Actually, yeah, before that exam that I keep bringing up, I actually did listen to Shion's boss and I did kind of tear up a little bit at it. They were just such good friends, and their fates just were against them, and like how proud is against mine of beating this game. So yeah, I'll be honest, I cried at the bot. I cried at this like part of the movie. It was really sad. It was just sad seeing like the movie's main selling point. I think the games as well is the friendship of the three main characters, Axel, Roxas, and Shion. Because it honestly, you can't tell me you didn't think they were real friends without like watching those cutscenes. They clearly were. I think Axel was the only one who really knew that they were true friends. Because Shion and Roxas was just kind of following the herd. They didn't really know what was going on. I honestly don't really know what more I can say about it because it was just sad. That's all it was. Alright. Feed us some more, Kairi.
7 days after Roxas was given a name and a place in Organization 13, he encountered number 14, Shion, and the gears of fate began to turn. The organization was made up of nobodies, those without hearts, and their goal was to complete Kingdom Hearts in order to become whole again. To achieve this, the Keyblade that Roxas held was an indispensable tool. As the days passed, Roxas completed his missions. Along the way, he became closer friends with Axel and Shion. The organization had another goal as well, the creation of replicas. They had copied Sora's scattered memories and powers from Castle Oblivion into an artificial replica, resulting in Shion. Riku found out that this is what was keeping Sora from waking up. And Shion was distraught to learn that she was nothing more than a puppet. Axel did what he thought was best for everyone. And Roxas left the organization to find out who he truly was. Shion was determined to return her memories to Sora, so she paid a visit to Naminé. As she neared completion as a replica, Shion asked to be destroyed, and she wanted Roxas to be the one to do it. Trusting Roxas to set free the hearts they'd collected, Shion returned to the place she belonged, inside Sora.
That song is so sad. It pulls at my heartstrings so much because they were such good friends that I can't stand that they're like not around anymore. Okay, I'm gonna try play on Proud because the mission commands it. But if it's too hard, I will be lowering the difficulty down to standard. I have no shame in doing it. Maybe this is actually what the secret movie in Kingdom Hearts 1 was. Oh, here we go. We're getting hyped now. Ooh, panic for a second, but I think I recovered. Dun, dun, dun. What a hype secret cutscene that was, though, at the end. That was one of the hardest to get, but one of the most hype secret cutscenes. Like, I may as well say ever. Because, oh my god, that was... You don't know what I'm talking about. Go look up the Kingdom Hearts 1 secret cutscene. Because oh my god, that was hype as hell, and not enough people talk about how hype it was. I feel like the reason is because most people didn't get it, myself included. The only reason I know about it is because I looked it up. I do like earning like these secrets, but not if the ways to do it are BS. Because then the way Kingdom Hearts 1 makes you unlock it is BS. You have to find all the hidden Dalmatians, craft everything, like fully complete all the worlds. And honestly, yeah, you need to 100% the journal, which is like, no, I'm not doing that. Yay, okay. Alright, let's wrap up 358's story.
Roxas headed for the organization's castle, but Riku blocked his path. Upon learning that Roxas was Sora's nobody, Riku unleashed all his powers of darkness to defeat him, paying no mind to the cost. Roxas awoke, ready to start a brand new day of summer vacation.
Hey, we did it! Another trophy. Well, I think that means we move on to the Kingdom Hearts 2 content.